We would like to acknowledge the people of the Yuin Nation, who are the traditional custodians of the land on which we now live, and we pay our respects to their elders, past and present. Welcome to our house in Bergalia. As you can see, it's still a work in progress, but we are nearly there. The house was designed by us and has been a joint building effort between ourselves, various local tradies and Viva Eco Homes, who specialise in straw bale and now straw panel prefab homes. So the twist with our house is that the straw infilled walls came in prefabricated panels and they took just hours to put up. The principles behind designing our house was that we wanted to make it solar passive and very energy efficient, especially in a hot climate. And I'd just like to take you through our building experience and show why we made the decisions we did. We chose to have an elevated slab because our area suffers from downpours of rain. We wanted to be out of the ground. We have cracking clay and reactive soil. We're also in a bushfire prone area. So we've got an elevated slab. There's a void under the house. The veranda part is actually backfilled, so it's all fireproof. Here you can see the slab has already been poured and the fireplace using second-hand bricks has been built. 3 months into the build and the straw infilled panels arrive on a semi-trailer. This is the main door going in. Note the dog door on the right hand side. Viva Homes say it's the only straw bale house they've ever built with a dog door in it. And there's the top of the front door going in, and that was about lunchtime and it was all done. And that's the view from the main back door through to the front of the house with the dog door on the right. And a view through the windows. The straw bales were 400mm thick with their first coat of render already on, and holes in the walls for the windows and doors and all the conduits for the electrics in the walls as well. And there it is that afternoon, all done and looking like something out of the Alamo. Got to say that one of the main things I've learnt from this build is the value of prefabrication. Doing it this way probably saved about 2 months of on-site work and all the mess and chaos that goes with that, as well as for this type of house you don't have to worry about mould in the straw and rodents taking up residence in the straw and things like that. So I think prefab is just marvellous. We wanted to use as much of our own timber or locally sourced timber as possible, and here we are preparing the posts and beams for the veranda. They were oiled with a product called Osmo, which is just fabulous. It's an alternative to polyurethanes and contains waxes and oils, much more natural, really nice, and has a really durable finish. Posts and beams are up and the roof trusses are going on. On goes the roof. What you'll notice about the roof is the pitch is at 29 degrees, which is ideal for solar. There's no valleys in the roof design so that embers can't get caught. It's pale so that it's highly reflective. It's got gutter guard and the gut for fire to stop embers getting in, and the gutters are tropical 150mm round so they can take downpours, and whirlybirds got put in the roof a little later on to vent the roof space. And the roofing is complete. The doors and windows arrived next. After much debate we did decide on timber doors and windows, despite the cost and maintenance involved, because wood is just so charming. And here are the doors and windows completed. On the inside you can see that the timber, that's our own timber that we've used for the sills and headers. Internally the walls were lined with gyprock and bats were put in those walls for sound insulation. The walls were lime rendered. decision to use lime rendering was partly because of its breathability. It's very good at controlling humidity, and you can see the ceilings have been pine lined and that's been lime washed. Then came a few very exciting days where a group of people attending a workshop helped build our earthen floor. There they all are, hard at work. The decision to put an earth floor over concrete rather than just have bare concrete was partly because I find concrete extremely hard and cold, but it was a leap of faith because it was something I'd never come across before. And here's what it looked like when it was done. So that's just the drying earth floor, and this next slide here shows Lee oiling the floor with linseed oil. So the linseed oil chemically hardens the clay sand mix, and it hardens up to the sort of level of a wood floor. And here it is with the floor dried after several days. There are two other characteristics about our design. We have made our house adaptable so that owners in the future can alter its configuration. On the left here you can see before the lining, next to the fireplace, is a doorway. On the right, the photo on the right shows the fireplace, but you can't see the doorway. It's actually hidden inside the wall. And so what are two cupboards in the wall is actually a passageway that with minimal building skills could be opened up, and you could turn our 1-bedroom 2-study house into a 3-bedroom house with bedrooms 2 and 3 having access through this passageway into the mudroom, which they can use as their own bathroom. Finally, our house is a wheelchair accessible house. There's an unenclosed shower here, and all our passageways and doorways are wide. So here we are, 15th of March. Thank you so much for watching. We've got lots of work to do.